ever been told off for daydreaming? Well, I have. And more than times I can count. Like during that one history lecture when the teacher was trying to explain how the royal walls were found empty when Louis XVI took the throne, while I was busy thinking, why can't I build such walls to hide my snacks from my sibling? They say dreams are just thoughts that visit us. But what if they are actually plans life hasn't revealed yet? Greetings, one and all. I am Mehak Hossain. I am just a ninth grader with a head full of big dreams and a notebook full of ideas that sometimes sound a little too crazy. I haven't won awards or changed the world, unless you count finishing homework at 1 a.m. But what I do have is a dream, the one that refused to stay small, the one that felt too big for someone my age. And still, here I am, not because I've made it, but because I chose to show up. Nervous, yes. Hopeful, definitely. A little awkward, maybe, but loud enough to say that sometimes dreams are just waiting us to take them seriously. We often think of dreams as wild ideas, too far-fetched to be real. But once in every while, even life seems to meet us halfway, in the most unexpected ways. A small step, a quiet hope, or an even so-called unrealistic dream. Any of these can turn into something no one saw coming. How do you think inventions came into being? It was not magic, right? No. It was just the wild ideas of few great minds who dared to dream beyond the obvious. For instance, everyone thought it was madness to believe that humans could fly. But in the 1903, the Wright brothers proved them wrong by building the world's first ever successful airplane. In the 1980s, the idea of carrying around a small computer in your pocket sounded ridiculously impossible. But Steve Jobs believed otherwise. And the iPhone didn't just happen, it changed how the world lives, reconnects, or works. Now, most of us here are kids, but to the elders out there listening, some may wonder, dreamings for the young. We have done whatever we could. What is left for us to imagine? But how mistaken that thought is. Life does not come with a dream expiry date. No, it is a long road, and you're never too early or too late to imagine, inspire, or invent. To prove that, let me share a story. There was once this man many people pitied on. He was fired from job after job. A farmhand, a fireman, a salesman. He tried opening his own motel, a gas station, and even a ferry boat. But most of it failed. By his 40s, he was just cooking meals for tired travelers in the back of a tiny service station. People liked his food, but success still didn't knock on. At 65, broke and living off a $105 pension, he packed his pressure cooker and hit the road, pitching his recipe to every restaurant. And guess what? He was rejected over 1,000 times. Most of us would have given up, but he didn't, because he believed that his dream was worth it. And finally, someone said yes. And that tiny yes turned into a global empire. The Kentucky's Fried Chicken. That man was Colonel Harlan Sanders. So why do I share this? Because it taught me something, that dreams don't work on deadlines. And sometimes life's too, waiting for you to believe in it a little longer. His story teaches us that life does not come with a dream expiry date. And sometimes success shows fashionably late. You know, we all have those dreams, the one that sound too ridiculous or impossible. The one that people smile politely at and say, that is sweet, but maybe I have a backup plan. And without even realizing, we start treating our dreams as decorations. Pretty to look at, but not something we live in. What is real success anyway? It is a moving target. It never stops. You're expected to win the medal. You do so. Next, you're expected to top the class. And next, they ask, what's next? It never ends. Because maybe success isn't in the spotlight. Maybe it is in the quiet moments when you feel whole, without anyone to tell it out loud. Well, if you ask me, success is a story society keeps repeating, especially to the younger generations. Now, most of you will not agree with me on this, and that's okay. So let me tell it a different way. Suppose a child aspires to become a pilot, and he doesn't just wishes for it, works hard, studies, and finally becomes one. Now, if I were to tell you this story, most of you would say, wow, he is successful. But my question is, did the story end? I mean, after becoming a pilot, did his journey just stop? No, right? In fact, the real work begins from here. How he lives in his dream, grows in it, stays committed. That is the hard part. So, what I'm trying to say is that success isn't the finish line. It is a journey that continues as long as you do. I truly believe no one could be called successful till the very end. So if you really want to measure success, wait till the final chapter. So maybe when you're at the edge of your life, looking back and smiling, knowing that you lived fully, not for the world, but for yourself. That moment, that peace, that is what I call success. So hear me out. The most powerful dreams are not the ones that make big, bold, shiny headlines, but the ones that bring peace. Dreams that whisper, you matter right now, not later. But somewhere between chasing big dreams and fearing failures, I forgot something important. The present. I won't pretend that I've figured it all out. I'm just a student and still learning. But there is something that I've started to believe. That success is a myth we are all chasing. And what truly matters is how present we are with ourselves. Yes, the past is a part of me. And yes, I will take decisions that take care of my future. But right now, I want to live this moment fully. I want to feel curious, explore ideas, and remind myself that sometimes showing up for the present is the bravest thing one can do. I was so worked up, worrying about what I'd become, that I'd stopped noticing who I already was. I tried my ranks, results, and recognitions to my worth. And when those didn't show up, it felt like I didn't either. Until one day, I paused. Started focusing on showing up not perfectly, but presently. And something changed. I felt something I had not in a while. Worth it. Not because I had everything figured out, but because I stopped missing out on everything while chasing something. There's a quote I love. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. And today is a gift. That is why we call it a present. And here's what I'm learning. If you take all your time worrying about the future, you might forget living the path that is true, the present. So let's not worry so much about the future, or we may forget living the only path that is true, the present. Because life isn't about chasing the perfect future. It is about being present enough to see the miracles already unfolding. Like laughter with friends, like going through a tough day and still showing up. Like being honest about what you feel, even if it's messy. To the stars that listen and dreams that are answered. Let's not take all our time up to worry about the future. Because what truly matters is how present we are with ourselves. And who knows, maybe one day I will build that secret snack vault just to prove that even history class can inspire innovation. Till then, dream on. Because maybe, just maybe, even life waits for miracles to happen. Thank you for your patience. That is me, Mehak, signing off.